like people. I like hiking with people. All right, we're geared up. Got all the cold weather gear. There is snow at the top of the trailhead here. We're heading to the Lake of the Clouds. All right. Plan is to take the Escarpment Trail. Escarpment Trail. But first, we'll take a look at the overlook. This is Michigan. Wow. It's ridiculous. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Shoot. My camera's in my bag. I kind of don't want to take it out. That would make a good photo. But I kind of want to hike. Unfortunately, I think that's snow. That's all snow. I think that's heading this way. So we're going to be covered in some snow showers in a hot minute. But I say we head off on this trailhead, try and see how far we can get. I've got good cold weather gear for the most part. My hands will get cold eventually here just because they're okay gloves. They're not amazing. And I reckon my feet will probably get cold first. That'll be the first thing to really get cold. So I'll hike as long as those two things are fairly decent. And then head back to the car. And if we have time, if I'm feeling like it, I can take a photo there later. Although, I bet that view will be gone because it'll be snowing later. Oh well. So, Lake of the Clouds is in Porcupine Mountain State Park. It is up kind of near Ontonagon, Michigan. And if you have never been here before, I'm a bit late for the fall colors, but that overlook where we just were, fantastic fall colors if you can hit it just right. I mean, just gorgeous. Of course, that's when the crowds are going to be most present, as you could. I don't know if you could tell from what I was filming in the parking lot, but I was only one of 3 cars here today. So really, it's not very busy during the off season. But honestly, like a day like today, when, you know, it's not so brutally cold that I can't hike. Like, it's chilly out, you know, I gotta wear a jacket and layer up and stuff, but it's actually not that bad. I think it's like 30 degrees out, but it's a warm 30. Honestly though, just with the amount of snowfall that's on the ground right now and the leaves, the trees not being totally barren of all of their leaves, I think it's really neat. And you don't have a ton of folks that you're trying to fight for the last parking spot and sharing the trail with. Well, check out this. Whew. So this trail is a bit of a trail. It takes a few hours. It's kind of a rough trail, as you can see. There's lots of rocks and stuff. It's not, especially during wet conditions like this, you got to be careful that you're not gonna trip, snag a rock and fall. And this trail sees quite a bit of elevation dips. You know, you'll gain an elevation kind of. There's a few areas that are fairly steep, but then your climbing back down just after the little rise. So it's kind of a bad trail from that perspective. So it's fairly hard on the knees, and just it takes a while to get through. It's kind of a slow trail. So we'll see how far I get. There's one spot that I remember from when I was here last, and it's kind of an overlook, because this trail goes all the way down to the end of the lake, and when you get down there to the end of the lake, it's a pretty neat view. I don't think I'll make it that far today, but kind of around the halfway point, there's an area where you're way up there on the cliff, and it comes right up to the edge of the lake, and just another good overlook, and just a beautiful view. It's a good spot for a photo, I think. There's a little backcountry camp spot right there. There's a fire ring in there. There's a few of those spots like that. Huh. I'm here. Oh no, I'm here. Okay, that makes sense. So, this blanket right here. This is actually a blanket, and I got it a few years ago visiting the Grand Canyon. Warmest blanket I own, first of all. But it's sturdy. I paid like 50 bucks for it, but I was freezing my butt off in my hammock. So I went into town there at the Grand Canyon, and I bought it from some small gift shop, and just a wonderful blanket, seriously. But, whew, gotta catch my breath. On these cold, windy days, I take it, put it on kind of like this, and then I throw my shoulder pack over it to keep it to me, and really it helps with the wind. It really does help keep me warm. Plus, you know, I can kind of pull it up and stuff if I need to, cover my face and stuff, just areas where the jacket really won't cover. And if I ever do get lost, or if I twisted my ankle, you know, and if I was gonna be slowed down and out here for a while, having a blanket like this, it would make it a lot more comfortable, and I could be out here longer before I really got into some serious trouble. There's so many different things that I could do with this blanket. Whew. All right. Ooh, I think we're coming to a nice little overlook area. Holy smokes. Oh, it's just beautiful. Wow. Just look at that. I mean, this is one of those trails where every single 30 feet you want to stop and just look out and be like, wow. I mean, look at that. It's just crazy. So here's the deal. Everyone's always like, oh, solo hiking. Man, it's so great. You know, there's a lot of, my Instagram feed is just full of people talking about how great solo hiking and solo travel and solo female traveler. I like people. I like hiking with people. I would rather do this hike with a good friend, or two good friends, or even just two semi-good friends. Hiking alone is fine, but honestly, traveling and hiking with friends, people that you care about, I take that any day. Any day. All right, I need to get out my camera. This is the spot. So this trail actually, the Escarpment Trail actually goes up all the way up to that peak right up there and overlooks that, that river, and then you can look back at all of this. And that's a great trail. Guys, we're not gonna make it today. There's more snow coming, and I just don't have, if I was with friends, I'd totally hike that. But as it is, just not feeling it. So we're gonna stop here. I'm gonna take some photos, put it with the GoPro, get a shot of that, get some other shots, set up the tripod, get some shots, snack, head back to the car. But this is the, this is Lake of the Clouds. This is Lake of the Clouds. And I'm Jordan.Adrift.